What's up you guys, it's Aisling. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a hot minute since I've done a favourite, so I decided I would sit down today. I had a little bit of free time and I was gonna talk to you guys about my favourite products. These are products that I have been using, loving, just obsessing over the last little while. Like I said, it's been a hot minute since I've done a favourite, so I may as well talk to you guys today about them. Some of these products I've been using since lockdown restrictions eased, and some of these are just discoveries this month. I have a lot of fragrances I want to talk to you guys about today, so I'm going to kind of stagger them. So I'm going to start off with the foundation that I'm wearing today. Been loving this foundation. This is the first foundation that I picked up after like restrictions were lifted and you can go back out again, because I didn't want to transition from wearing no makeup to like full beat makeup. So I wanted something kind of in the middle, not quite a BB cream, a little bit more coverage, and I settled on this one, which is the Luminous Silk foundation from Giorgio Armani. I've had this foundation for a long time. I went between not liking it to loving it there a few years ago, using it up, and then I repurchased it not that long ago because I was looking for something lightweight and I was like, what is a really lightweight foundation? And I was going between this and the NARS Sheer Glow, but I ended up picking up this, and I'm so glad I picked it up again because I just found my love for it all over again. Like I said, it's the foundation I'm wearing today. I just think it looks so fresh, so youthful. It's not cakey, it's not heavy, it's not too orangey. I love the undertone of it. I'm in the shade 6.5. I just feel like the undertone of it matches my skin pretty perfect, if I do say so myself. It doesn't oxidize, and it definitely doesn't make me look oily throughout the day. So I know it is like more of a lightweight foundation, and it's definitely more targeted towards people with drier skin. I am super oily. Like, I've powdered my whole entire face in. You can kind of see my chin beside my nose and in between my brows. It's just a little bit on the oily side. It still kind of gives me that like youthful glow to my skin. It is a little bit more on the pricey side as foundations do go, but I feel like I get such a long time out of it, like, you know, even the wear of it during the day, like, it's just a really good long wearing foundation, and I really think that it's such a great purchase if you're looking for that kind of flawless base but you just want something a little bit more lightweight, not too full coverage, but gives you just enough coverage. Actually, I don't know why I have a scrunchie on my wrist. Let's take that off. I'm going to start with one of the fragrances I want to talk about today, and this is Black Opium. I have like an empty bottle here because I actually can't find my full bottle of it. So this, well, it's not empty. There's like a little dribble in the bottom of it. Patty bought me this for our anniversary, and it's been like my favorite scent for years and years and years. He just purchased it. I guess I must have mentioned it at some stage, or maybe just from spraying it or whatever. I don't know how he knew it was like my favorite fragrance. I really don't. But he repurchased it for me in our anniversary last month, and I was wearing it for the whole month straight. I swear, I just fell back in love with it all over again. Oh, even smelling it now. I would describe this as a more heavier sweet scent. So I love sweet scents. I'm all about them. I love my Ariana Grande. I love my Britney Spears Fantasy. Like, I'll like forever ever wear that. My Kayali Vanilla, love that scent. Obsessed with it. But this is a little bit more like earthy, a little bit heavier, much more of a nighttime fragrance. And what I would describe as something I would wear, you know, more in the autumn, or definitely something I wear on a night out. It wouldn't be like a daytime perfume for me per se, even though I do wear it during the day. But if I was describing it as a scent, I would say it's more of like a nighttime, more of like an autumn winter wear. You kind of get where I'm coming from. It's not like spring, summery, fruity. It is sweet, but it's heavy, and I absolutely love it. It is my favorite perfume ever. Like, you can obviously see because there's like next to nothing left in a 50ml bottle, and he got me another one of these, so I am super happy. I'm going to move on to a concealer next, and this is the KVD Vegan Beauty. Oh, it's such a mouthful every single time. The Lock-It concealer was sent to me last month. I had tried it before. I know I have another shade here somewhere. Oh, it's in my makeup bag somewhere, because I was comparing them in a vlog. I was saying like that this is a much better shade. So this one is in M19 Cool. So if you're between like an NC35, NC40, and you want something with much more of a salmony undertone to it for under your eyes, cancelling out dark circles, I would say to go with this shade. It is amazing. Medium, like, it's not like a light shade and it's not really dark. It's perfect for my under eyes, and it's what I'm wearing today. Only issue I will say with this, and I had this issue with the last one, is that it's just a very thick concealer. It's kind of on the same lines as the Tarte Tape Shape, or Shape Tape, that one, and the e.l.f. concealer. So it's a little bit on the thicker side. You can tend to make this look cakey if you apply way too much. So be light-handed with this. You don't need a heavy hand with it. I just literally applied the tiniest amount. I blend it out and I'm happy out with it. Covers my dark circles and brightens up my under eyes at the same time. Go easy with it, because your under eyes will crease if not. It is just that thick kind of consistency, much more full coverage. If you're looking for something a little bit more lightweight, you like the kind of undertone to it, but you want something a little bit more watery, I would recommend the Catrice, what the hell is that one called? Camouflage concealer. My god, I'm having like serious brain farts today. I'm gonna go back to fragrance. This one is more of like a body scent. I call this like a car scent. I know this is really weird, but like when I get into my car and I just kind of want to freshen up, or if I've been out and I kind of feel a bit sticky and I just want to spray something on, I'll be using this. This is the So Body Mist, is the pink grapefruit one. Now it looks pretty much full and I've been using this, I'd say, for the last 3 weeks non-stop. I love it. I keep it in my car or in my handbag. I'll just throw it into one or the other, and like I said, it's kind of like a freshen up spray, you know, when you've been out like walking around, or like the other day I got my hair done and when I came back I was just like, I feel real sticky and I just wanted to spray something on me. That's what I use this for. Reminds me so much of the Sarah Jessica Parker perfume, the NYC perfume. Do you remember that from like years ago? I loved that scent so much, like I was obsessed with it, but it reminds me a lot of the scent of that, but in a body mist. It lasts a long time. I've sprayed this on like jackets, and when I pick them up the next time to wear them I can smell it off them. It does last a long time for a body mist, and that So perfume is really inexpensive, and it reminds me of being a teenager because it was the only thing I had. And Impulse, does anyone remember Impulse? Oh my god, it was what I used to wear when I was like, I'd say like a tween. It was like hitting teenager years when I got like Britney Spears perfumes and stuff. Like this was when I was really young, let's say like 10, 11, 12. I was loving the So's and Impulse. Oh god, there's a blast from the past. Next up, I want to talk about this palette here. This has been my lifesaver palette for like the last maybe 3 weeks. This is from MAC and it is the Medium Studio Fix Conceal and Correct palette. I heard about this for a long time. I think Sarah Ashcroft talked about these palettes for ages, but I had the Cinema Secrets one and I was kind of happy out with that, but it all obviously wore away and I used it up. And when I was going to repurchase and they didn't have my shade, I said I'll just go into Brown Thomas and see what makeup they had, and they had this palette in the MAC, on the MAC counter, obviously. Anyway, long-winded story. So I picked this up and I got the shade Medium. It is the best palette for concealing around my eyebrows. I love it so much. So it comes with the shade NC30, NW25, NC35, NW35, a mid yellow and a mid peach. NC35 is my shade, which is this one here. So this shade and this one mixed together gives me like my perfect shade to kind of like carve around my brows. And then I use this darker shade, which is the NW35, as like a cream contour sometimes. And then I use this one down here to just carve it underneath my brow. The only one I don't really use is this one here, and if anybody can tell me what the yellow shade is for, I'm presuming it's for some sort of counteracting of like purple or something like that, maybe the under eye area, but I would have thought that would have been more the peach shade. So I don't know, what is yellow for counteracting? Let me know. I don't use it anyway, but I use all the other colours. Now this shade up here I don't use at the moment, but I'll probably use it more in the winter. But I just really love this palette. I just feel like it's such a good palette. It's great for like spot concealing as well. That's why I'll probably use this shade in the winter time. I know it has like a little bit more of a pinky undertone, but it might be good just to like spot conceal before I put on my foundation. Now I haven't needed to spot conceal, but these are what I use to carve around my brow, and I just absolutely love it. It's so creamy, it's so easy to use. I think it was only like 30 something euro as well, which is pretty decent considering this will probably last me a long time. And I just really like the convenience of it. You just throw it in your makeup bag and you have like 6 in 1. And you can also use these just to cover up the skin if there's any blemishes or marks or anything on the skin. You just want to like wear no makeup, but you just want to like cover up a blemish. They're great for it. Really love this palette. Couldn't recommend it enough. And yeah, I've been like obsessed with it for the last while. Next up, I want to talk about a lip product, and this is from Morphe. Now, I haven't purchased from Morphe in forever. Actually, it was just before the pandemic, and then I was just kind of like, I'm so done with Morphe. The amount of drama surrounding that brand, I don't understand. So anyway, I have this a long time in my collection. Like, it's so old, it's in old packaging, but I hadn't ever used it or opened it. It was sealed, and I found it in like my drawers when I was going through them, and I was like, oh, I don't remember purchasing that. So I feel like it was sent to me. It's in the color Virgin, and I've been wearing it a lot lately. I'd say like all month long. It has a really nice vanilla scent, like that kind of artificial vanilla scent, which I actually really like. But it's a lovely, almost, I don't know, it's a pink, but it's like a cool toned pink. It's not dissimilar to what's on my lips right now. And these liquid lipsticks from Morphe are really, really good quality. And I know I hate saying that, and I hate even like talking about them, but I have been using it, and I should let you know what it's a favourite. Just the colour of it, the way it wears, and it doesn't flake off your lips or anything like that. It kind of just wears away. It doesn't leave my lips with that kind of grippy feel. You know, when you press your lips together, they like peel back. It's not like that or anything. I really like it. I think it's a lovely colour, lovely shade, and I have been wearing it a lot. So in vlogs gone by, you probably would have seen me wear like a liquid lipstick. I think I've worn it in like 4 or 5 vlogs now at this stage. It was this. So that's the colour Virgin, and yeah, I just really liked it. I have another kind of concealer product. I think I may have talked about this in the middle of lockdown at some stage, but if I already did, I'm talking about it again. It's the Too Faced Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer. This is such a good product. Like, probably one of the best products I think Too Faced has ever brought out. Like, in my mind, it's like a standout product. It's kind of like the Tarte Shape Tape. It's like that kind of standout product for Tarte. This is, well, in my opinion, when I think of Too Faced, this is what I'm going to just think of. And that is like my favourite thing from the brand. This is so good at using as a concealer, using as a foundation. I use it for everything. I have a darker shade, Mocha, and I use that to cream contour with. This is the shade that I've been wearing as a foundation. It's the colour Sand. Perfect colour for me. And I never really liked the Too Faced foundations. I just never really got into them. I had the Born This Way foundation, and I don't know, maybe I had the wrong shade or something, but I wasn't feeling it at all. These as a foundation are just fantastic, or as a cream contour. They're just super good, really long lasting. They're not thick and heavy. It doesn't go all oily on you, and you can just apply a little bit over any problematic areas, and your skin looks flawless using these. I really like these products. I told you I had a lot of fragrances, so I'm going to talk about my final fragrance right now, which is from Rituals. This is the Ritual of Shakura Body Mist. You can see that it's well loved. I have about, I'd say, maybe a third of it left. There's very little of it left. I really love this smell. Oh, if you guys have been watching me for a while, I have been obsessed with Rituals for so long. Actual time, probably 2 years. So I have the body wash, body foam wash. Oh my god, it's gorgeous. I have the body lotion, the body mist, the body oil, body scrub. I think I have everything from the Ritual of Shakura, to be fair. I love the smell of it so much. My friend Ruth actually introduced me to it. I was staying in her house, and I had a shower the next morning, and I was using this. And I was like, Ruth, what the hell? And where do you get that? She's like, it's Rituals. And I was like, what is this Rituals you speak of? She was like, do you not know the shop that has like the cherry blossom inside it? And I was like, no, I have no idea what you're talking about. And since that day, I think I go into Rituals every single time I'm in the centre. Anywhere near a Ritual shop, I will venture into it. My mum loves Rituals as well. This is a gorgeous hair and body mist. Now, I don't spray it on my hair because I just feel like, I don't know, I don't spray any perfumes in my hair. I'm sure perfume probably gets into my hair when I'm spraying it, but I try and avoid spraying things like that into my hair because I'm presuming there's alcohol in it, and I don't really want to be spraying alcohol in my hair. But the smell of this is so amazing. So I will have a shower, use the body wash, then put the body cream on, then spray this on, and I just smell like this all day, and it's super fresh and just gorgeous. It's Patty's favourite smell as well. Like, it's because it's kind of more light. It's not really like a heavy fragrance. and he's just more about those scents. So the lipstick I have on me today is Insight from bareMinerals. bareMinerals sent me out like a whole case of lipsticks in the middle of lockdown, and it probably was one of the happiest moments of my life during lockdown, because I did spend a few days, not gonna lie, really upset, crying, like couldn't see family members, couldn't see Paddy, couldn't see my sister. It was just rough some days. I was so grateful for, in the middle of lockdown, they sent me that. It's just the little things, I don't know why, it just lifted my heart, and they left a gorgeous message, and it just warmed up my heart. The shade is Insight, the nude. And this is from their mineralized hydrating smoothing lipstick line. They brought this out obviously during the lockdown period or just before it. The packaging is kind of like this like muted gold shade, and I just love the lipstick formula. Oh my god, it's to die for. They're super creamy, long lasting. Generally lipsticks like this, they're gone off your lips within a couple of sips of coffee. They're just gone. Whereas this lasts all day on my lips, and I can still feel it on my lips. It's super hydrating, really creamy formula. I love it. And generally in vlogs, if people are asking what's on my lips, it is that lipstick. I just love it so much. This is a brand new discovery. I have this in my collection not even a week yet, guys. I know, and it's made a favourite. It's kind of like crazy. But when you know, you know. And it's a mascara, and do you know what I mean? When you know, you know. You apply mascara on. If it makes your lashes look bomb, more than likely you're gonna love it. So this is the new Urban Decay Lash Freak mascara. I have no idea when the last time I fell in love with a Urban Decay product was. I just feel like I don't really use Urban Decay as much anymore. I like some of their palettes, stuff like that, but it's definitely been about a year and a half since I last talked about like Urban Decay and really loving one of their products. But this mascara is bomb. I cannot express how amazing this is. It has the most bizarre wand, and when it was sent to me in pure, I was kind of like, what am I to do with that? It kind of looks like a dinosaur's head. It's the most bizarre thing ever, my little raptor head. But whatever way the formula is, the brush shape, it just gives me lashes for days. And my lashes are real stumpy and short. I just wasn't blessed with long beautiful lashes, and this gives me lashes, particularly my lower lash line. I feel, or lower lashes, I feel they've become so much more volumized. If I wear this and nothing else, my lashes just look insane. I love it. It's such a good mascara. And like I said, it's been a long time since I've fallen in love with an Urban Decay product, so kudos to them for that mascara. The final actual beauty product that I want to talk about today is the KVD Vegan Beauty blush. I think that KVD Vegan Beauty is probably one of my favorite makeup brands, to be fair. I feel like everything that they bring out I absolutely love. I feel like it's such good quality. I feel like the products are really long lasting, really rich in colour. I really like the brand as a whole and the products. But this is the blush in Foxglove. It's what's on my cheeks today, and I just love this. Like, oh, it's so smooth. It's like, I don't know how you would describe it. It feels like it's going to be cream, but it is a powder, and it's just so pigmented. It's beautiful. It's almost like a dusty rose shade. It's just gorgeous on the cheeks. It gives a real natural flush to the cheeks. And there's so many shades in this line that there's something for everyone. I know this isn't really technically like a thing to be loving, but I have to say using these products has changed my entire life. It's just a B12 vitamin, and it is zinc and magnesium. I've talked on like to no end on my vlogs about migraines, and I know you guys are probably sick to death hearing them, but they were the most debilitating thing in my life. It was becoming difficult to deal with day-to-day things because I was getting migraines every couple of days. Like, it was just awful. And currently at this moment I'm 34 days migraine free. I know, it's so exciting, and it's all down to these. I got my bloods done not that long ago. I want to say in May. No, maybe a bit longer ago. Maybe it was like March. Everything came back fine. Like, my vitamins and mineral content in my body is perfectly fine. However, the migraines were just, they were just extreme. From taking both of these in combination, like, they're only something that you get in the herb shop. They're natural, they're synthetic, but they're naturally occurring vitamins and minerals. They're not like me putting something into my body. And I've avoided having to take any pain relief for 34 days. Like, it is crazy. It's just nuts. I don't care what anybody says. They're like, oh yeah, but like your diet, whatever. I eat a very well balanced diet. I'm a nutritionist. I know what I'm getting into my body and what I lack. And when I went to the herbalist and she told me to take them, I was like, okay, grand, you know, I'll take them, whatever. But they have literally changed my life because I have not had migraines in so long, and it just feels so good. Now, it could be a mixture of lack of stress or a couple of other things like sleep. So I don't know, the combination of those vitamins and minerals has just helped with my migraines so much, and I don't even care if it's a placebo effect, because if it's keeping them away, fine, whatever, I don't care. I'm going to continue taking them. I know people are saying be careful of extra vitamins in your body, but B12 or any of the B vitamins are water soluble, so more than likely you'll just pee them out if there's any extra ones. Your body can get rid of them because they're water soluble. You're not going to overdose on them. It's like not like vitamin A and stuff like that. The other thing I want to talk to you guys about is Audible. I'm so obsessed with Audible. At the moment I'm listening to Holly Madison's book. I am obsessed with this book as well, but Audible is like one of the best apps I think I've discovered this year. It's such a good app. I absolutely adore it. It just allows me to listen to books on the go. I am not sponsored by Audible. They don't even know I'm talking about them. I decided this year, well, before lockdown, I was going to cancel Netflix because, believe it or not, I wasn't even watching it that much. It may seem bizarre considering we're all in a pandemic lockdown, we're all inside. Like, more than likely we're probably going to be watching Netflix, but that's when I knew I wasn't watching it enough to justify paying €8 for the month. So I said I was gonna get something else, and I decided to get Audible and listen to books. Life changing. It's been so good. Just listening to books puts me to sleep. I love it so much. Audible, you pay $7.99 a month, and you get one credit, or I think it's called a credit. You get it every single month, and you can buy one book with it or use your credit for a book, or you can pay for a book yourself. Like if the book is €7 or €12 or whatever, you can pay for it yourself, and you get to keep the books for life. It's not like, you know, when Netflix, when you unsubscribe, you've lost everything. Like if you unsubscribe to Audible, you still have the books. I just really like it. It's really good, and I would definitely recommend it to anybody who reads a book a month at least. I used to be really good. I would read maybe 2 to 3 books a month, but just time. I haven't time to do anything anymore. I don't know, with like full-time work, and even though I'm working remotely and then trying to do YouTube on the side, trying to have a social life, trying to spend time with everybody, I haven't had time to read. So I listen to it in my car, I listen to it when I'm going to bed, I listened to Audible whenever I get the chance to. But I'm almost finished Holly Madison's book. It's called Down the Rabbit Hole, just in case you're wondering. The book was about 10 hours. I've like 2 hours left, so I've spent 8 hours listening to the book in the month. So you do find the time to listen to it, especially when you're driving. I think that was it. Oh, podcast, sorry. I know I talked about podcasts before in another video. Somebody asked me recently about the app that I listen to podcasts on. It's just called the Podcast app. Podcast, I think, is an Apple owned app, but I'm nearly certain you can get it on Android. I'm not 100% sure. Can someone please enlighten people in the comments? So in the Podcast app, I listen to true crime. It's my favorite thing to listen to. You guys know I've talked about that multiple times. I am a true crime fanatic, have been since I was about 8. My parents bought me a book, I remember, all about autopsies. I know I asked for it though, and I was a strange young child, so I was interested in things about like autopsies and bodies and anatomy and just the body in general. I was obsessed with it. Actually, no, sorry, I tell a lie. I was probably about 10 when I got that book. It had a whole thing about Jack the Ripper in it. I then became obsessed with that, and then there was loads of different serial killers. John Wayne Gacy was in it, and Ted Bundy. I promise I'm not like strange. I'm really interested in true crime, and it's more kind of the psychological side to it, like why people do what they do, and when there's no explanation. I'm really obsessed with it. Anyway, true crime, getting back to it. Watched all the true crime YouTubers. Like there's not one that you could recommend to me that I don't already watch. But I'm just more into podcasts. I don't know what it is about it. I enjoy a podcast a bit more, and I leave it there. I think it's just the way it's narrated. Not saying that the girls or the guys who do the YouTube videos, I just get sidetracked by the actual video, and I'm like looking and seeing what's going on. Whereas I like to listen to a podcast while I'm doing something else. Anyway, Women in Crime. That is the podcast that I've been listening to all month long. I know I love Crime Junkie and Case File and all those, but Women in Crime, the narrators are just amazing. I'll actually find out what their names is. Megan Stacks and Amy Schultzberg. I love them. I just think that they narrate so well. It's the same with Crime Junkie, but I nearly prefer Women in Crime. I know, I feel like I'm cheating on Crime Junkie because I loved that for so long. But Women in Crime, I just love the narration of it and the explanation. And both girls have worked in the criminal system in America. I think one of them was a parole officer at one stage, and they're very well up to speed with the laws, especially in New York. They're just very knowledgeable. They know their facts. They know what's going on, and they give you throw in like little trinkets and facts and stuff. They did a whole thing about Black Lives Matter as well, about crime against Black women in particular, because obviously it's a women in crime podcast, which I found so interesting. They gave amazing sources in that podcast, which enlightened me about the Black Lives Matter movement, and it just educated me. And that's what I love about a podcast or love about a YouTuber, is when they can offer me very good facts and good sources, and they're educating as they're telling a story. So anyway, that is the last thing that I love this month. I'm sorry guys, today's video is really long. I actually don't care. I feel like it's the first time I've sat down and properly like kind of talked to you about things that I love in a long time. So I don't mind that this video is very long. I hope you guys have sat through the entire thing. If you have made it this far in the video, why don't you leave me a little penguin emoji in the comment section to let me know that you did last this long. And I just want to say a huge thank you to you guys for watching my videos all the time. It makes my day to know that you're enjoying the content and you're always giving requests, and you've been really patient waiting for beauty videos. I'm not been biased, but I think my subscribers are the best. Anyway guys, I love you so much, and I will talk to you all in my next video. Mwah. Bye guys.